a loss. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time starting to run.
And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
Feet nice, Kate. Feet nice. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet nice move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down. It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. We've set it down from 37. Love now on 1st and 10. He finds Jacobs here underneath. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Holding coming in motion right. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. On the line for another 1st and 10. They stick with Jacobs. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Timeout taken by the Packers. Their 3rd and final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. Love out of the shotgun. And he backs this one out back in the end zone, incomplete. Bates' kick is up and good. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You can take all the time down, the points on the board, and get a little momentum in heading to the halftime.
He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. The first couple of weeks of the regular season were wild, to say the least. What about week 3? Let's jump in. Our trip around the NFL starts now. In Nashville, the Titans at home to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the former Buckeye, Will Howard. A 4-yard touchdown pass in the box score. The Steelers with a 13-7 lead, and that game has gone to the half. From there, it's off to Atlanta. Let's look in on the Falcons. They're playing host to the New Orleans Saints. And it's the lefty, Michael Penix. He's been getting after it early, one of his 3 first-half touchdown passes. One more to bring you, and it's from the nation's capital. It's the Commanders taking on the Eagles. And here he goes. It's Saquon. He's been terrific in the first half. This, the first of his 2 touchdown runs. This one's gone to halftime, and it's the lead on the road at the half. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He lost the football. Late time to turn over there on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Todd Bowles setting his Bucs out for another drive. Their defense has really kept them in this game. Now it's start putting up some points. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
Hoping to help spring him for a bigger return, but he got caught, and it lessens the return instead.
Still first down.
They're going to try and throw it here. Catch made at the side by Bucca. And the stop is made as he gets 3 of those 5 penalty yards back.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
Nothing back to throw. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
McGuire on 3rd down. He lobs this one out, looking deep to the right side. Didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're still facing 4th down.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
And he drives this into the pouring rain. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. Out now runs the Packer offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
Is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
They go counter. It's Jacobs. They gain 11 on that play. That's good for Green Bay. 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. The rookie from Michigan, there that time. Run picks up 6, and that means it's 2nd and 4. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Love from the gun. Has his man. It stops. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it'll give the Packers the 1st.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the first down.
They bring downs in motion left. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. Love now, off the play action. Running right side. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Jacob. The stop is made after 4 yards. It's 2nd down.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and got a nice little gain on the ground.
On the ground, first down for Raiders. And 2 yards are all he can get since 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd.
Shotgun now for Love. One is caught. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Packers first down.
Jacobs. He's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. It's 2 yards on the gain, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Second and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
There's another 4. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, that depends on the call on this flag.
Holding, offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes them back quite a ways. Back now, pressure coming. Now setting up a screen for Jacobs. And he's brought down a little short left. So they do give him the 10-yard line.
A gain of 1 yard on the play.
Love now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers push their lead further to start the half. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
So Love brings his Packers to the line. They're going for 2.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
He's into the end zone. That play has a couple more of their lead.
Buccaneers, nothing.
Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. That's another quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Irvin here from the gun. Defender gets to him right on the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means March it forward a yard to reset the downs. Third down, give to Irving. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Running out, complete. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Packers' 45-yard line.
He's going to throw this one. Packers are holding up. They're going to drop it. And they come through the sack to bring around third down.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who can pull that off.
Packers going nickel on third. Third and long. They're going to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. The coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's got to force fourth down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
He feels this at the 18. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Coach Matt LaFleur ushering his Packers offense back to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. So first and 10 now from the 30. Play action, Love. Too much read on that throw. That throw's incomplete at the target. To the incompletion, second and 10, still from the 30. Jacobs gets it on the draw. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play. So now here's third and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. It's on target to Williams. And he has a hit near midfield here. It's about a yard short. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Green Bay.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. It's a good look, but reset those chains.
Robbed for the first down he met. No gain on that first down run. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. Again to Jacobs on the inside handoff. Let's call that a solid run there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be third down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 7-yard gain on the play.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Packers football in what has been a one-sided game in their favor. Third and just 2 to go. Reels on third and short. Complete. And this one's walked down to the 33 before being stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
The toss to the right. It's Jacobs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Offense to the line for second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Good throw out wide by Young. And he's tackled for a fourth gain. Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on third down.
It's a gain of 3.
To the air on third and long.
front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
On now comes their punter. Braden Mann will kick it away. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. A throw here on first. It's a Bucca on the slant. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Pass play now. Short pass brought in. And he's done very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Gonna keep this one and go. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're gonna have 4th down coming up.
A tie in baseball, Kate, well, we know it goes to the runner. A tie at the line of scrimmage on a sneak, well, in this case, it goes to the defense.
Running for it, here's Irving. And this one will not work out for him. He's stacked up behind the line and is gonna head off after a turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. First call here coming from the shotgun. Love now. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no one connected. It's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 35.
Handoff here to Jacobs. He's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Packers first down. A gain of 15. First down, Packers.
Going on again with Jacobs. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break the tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
He knocks this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Beats Texas on the extra point. And the Packers grow their lead yet again. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. Here come the Bucs on offense now. And if we're being honest, Brock, this game already over. It was a while ago, but still something for this offense to play for. They can try to avoid that shutout.
Yeah, it's kind of like a game like baseball, right? You're looking at that scoreboard and you know it's impossible, but find some momentum. Something good to build on for next week.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Look to throw. Back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. Two great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down. He has the first over. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it.
That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. This time they're going to get to it. He goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
Terrific zone coverage. Wallpaper sideline to sideline. QB's got two options. Wait for a hole to open or tuck it to run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is second down and 18. Back to throw now. Setting up the running back screen. And he's brought down after a short gain. Got to figure out this third down here.
Brings up third down.
Third and long for him here. Made the throw as he was getting hit by it. It's incomplete.
That's when he chalked up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Put some heat on his feet. It's inside the 30. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
Is on the play. Complete to
Learn from the gun here. And the pack gets home. They drop it. That's that throws him in the wrong direction. Another second down.
To the point of the game, Kate, now we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Setting up to throw. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to third down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Let's build this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
So a really tough spot here. This is third and a country mile. Here he goes, third and long. Defender runs wide as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one. Rapid physicality just like that. A big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Going all the way to the end zone here. And he's going to have the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers making the scoreboard look a touch better. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And the Packers are able to recover the kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. We've set it down from 37. Jacobs running behind center. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled up for about a 1-yard gain. Only gets a yard there to make it second and 9. That's pulled in by Golden. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
brings up third and 8.
Throwing his love on third. Completed over the middle. And they are on and short of that first down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up fourth down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Packers nearing their second win of the campaign. For the third time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Bates' kick is up and good. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
His return starts at the 5. Escapes the defender. And this drive will start inside the 25. Tampa Bay ready to head out to the field. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They give to Irving. Start this drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Gave away a couple on the 1st down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
They're going play action. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, are not open very long. It only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Brought in the left side by Conley. And this is going to be 4th down. He's in the bounds well shy of what they needed there. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th.
It's 4th down.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And it's incomplete. They try with their best effort, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Again, it's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Now toss. This is Jacobs. Space to the left. It's not looking for this one. It's run again, and they blow that lead further. The Packers continue piling it on here in the 4th. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
One after up and throw for Bates. And the Packers continue piling onto this lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. Now throw to start the drive. To the right, it's pulled in by Palmer. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 11.
Looking in the air here. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike.
A gain of 10 yards.
So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners. As with that, we sign off from Tampa.